pronounce his name and say it in the mic so we get pronunciation.
Yeah, great. So my first name is Luka, and my last name is Slabe. Slabe. I hope that helps.
It does. Thank you.
We have it on record, so we can go back.
Good,
and
good, good. Thank you.
Early stages here, obviously, of bringing all these players in, and for yourself in your first year, what's it been like working with this group so far?
So far, things are going according to the plan. You know, we're still healthy. We're really keeping track of their volume. We understand that some of them haven't played volleyball for a while, so we got to keep that in the account, making sure we don't put them in a situation where injuries could happen due to poor planning of practice, or trying to worry too much about first two matches of the season than the March and April portion of the season. That's where we are right now. Just take it slowly, ramp them up safely, talking a lot to our performance team. How's our health? How are we doing? And just really trying to make sure we keep them healthy, monitoring jumps. Otherwise, there's a lot of learning going on. We smell some wood burning, definitely some frustration. So it's on us, staff, to make sure that there's a lot of clarity when we teach and when we're making these changes, either system-wise or fundamentally, that there's a lot of clarity so we can get a buy-in. And that's, much easier to say than to be done. But I think we're in a good spot for where we are right now.
I noticed you're super involved in these practices. You're doing the push-ups, you're doing the sit-ups as well. Why is that important for you to do as a coach, and how is that going to help your team throughout the season? Well,
I'm a former volleyball player. Is that right? So I think that was one of my strengths, extremely competitive. I was not maybe the best teammate on the court. I was pretty good teammate off the court because I was competing so hard that people were annoyed by me, which is okay. I'm undersized outside hitter, so I had to be fierce. And this is, we're together in this one. So it's not me, it's not you, it's not players, staff. This is like we're together in this one. So yeah, if we lose together, and if we win together. So I want to also make sure that our women, our players, see that it's not like their staff is separating them, that they're separating themselves from us. No, we lose, we do push-ups and sit-ups. Flights are canceled, it's canceled for all. If meal in the hotel is lousy, it's lousy for all. It's not just for players, because now coaches get to go eat out and they have a great, amazing meal. We're in this one together, and that's what we're trying to do here.
What was enticing about the Omaha Supernovas, and why you decided to join, this franchise?
Well, it's very exciting that we get to play, that our women get to play post-college volleyball here in the United States. And we have more than one league, and I think Major League Volleyball is the one that is taking charge. And I believe in what they're doing and which direction this league is going, which is trying to be similar to what we're doing internationally, structure, rules, just league in general, because a lot of these women, they have aspirations to play also on the national team. So to play on the national team, you got to be ready to play on the national team. Also, Nebraska. We know that people in Nebraska are like just amazing fans. They love volleyball no matter what team is playing. They come, participate, and they cheer them on. And I've been in Nebraska with the national team back in, I think, 2018 and 19, and we played at Lincoln, and we know what it means when Nebraska people are cheering their team on. So, one is a new league, extremely organized and very professional organizations such as Omaha Supernovas, and then just in general what Nebraska gives you in terms of experience as a coach, as a player, knowing that volleyball is stacked way up there among all the sports. So why not experience that if you have an opportunity? So that's why, those are some reasons why I'm here.
For being around the sport as long as you have been as a player and also as a coach, what's it been like to watch just the growth of volleyball, and now you're going to be a part of that, especially in this state that's kind of been a little bit at the center of that for the past few years? What's it meant to you to see how much it's grown and where it can go?
That's what we want. I think, volleyball is like a Cinderella. She's the most beautiful one, but overlooked. And it's amazing. It's so hard to follow up and to catch up on the growth, not just on the women's side, also on the boys' side. It's just taking over, and For an example, ACA, NCAA, they're behind. They don't even understand how big is volleyball. You know, we should be on the main TV channels right now, tournament all the time, not just on a stream channel. So, and it's just drawing numbers. More and more women and girls are playing volleyball right now. At this time, 500,000 high school female volleyball players are playing volleyball. That's more than any other sport. And on the boys' side, numbers are up like 72% in the last 10 years. So it's just both sports. I mean, both men and women volleyball is just peaking tremendously. I don't know when it's going to stop. I hope never. But I'm super excited. I'm thrilled about where our sport is going. We just got to continue pushing because it can easily turn the other way. And we got to keep the momentum while we can.
When you talk about yourself as a player being an undersized outside hitter, how has that allowed you to connect with Brooke? I know she talks about that a lot, and that's her motivation to prove people wrong. Have you guys connected quickly about how she can continue to grow?
Right there, proving people wrong every day. That's what got me in and still gets me in. I can really relate with her. And I can say, hey, we're both undersized, but guess what? We were both good receiving the ball. We're both good servers, fierce competitors. No balls go down. We always go after. And it's just, we can do this. We can play on the highest possible level, even though we've been overlooked too many times in our careers. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. I know she's okay with that. That's why we're here. Let's be great every day. And let's celebrate when it's time to celebrate at the end of the season.
What has it been like having John Cook here and being able to talk about volleyball with him and his knowledge and insights as well?
Well, John in volleyball in Nebraska, is that right? It's there's not many more people in general that can keep the status and the level of that he can. So it's always good to listen to John. It's always good. It's great to listen to his inputs, his advice. He's watching practice, even though he's not here. He gets on our practice video and he's watching it every day. He's like, sends me voice message. How was practice today? What do you feel? What about this? What about that? So it's always great to have somebody that has a lot of experience, a great eye, understanding of the game in your corner. So in this case, John can challenge me. Is that right? Hey, this is not so pretty right here. I'm like, yeah. And what are we doing about it? Yeah. And this is the plan. So yeah, it's just a lot of benefits with John being around for this organization. We all know he's this front man. Everybody knows him. He can pull a lot of strings. He can bring a lot of people close to our program. And also he has a great eye for the volleyball. And he's a good advisor for our staff.
It's only been like 5 practices, but how would you describe the growth of this team already and just the mix of the girls you have?
They're definitely learning. Okay, they're learning a lot. They're being learners. They're receiving feedback well right now. It's on us coaches make sure we don't overcoach. That's so easy to do, and to overwhelm them, because if we coach everything, we coach nothing. So we got to really pick the battles daily, and those battles and those focuses that we have are clearly written on our whiteboard where they come in, they know what we're working on. Now it's on us coaches to coach only that thing. It's so easy to coach everything. So that's on us to make sure that we keep them where we need them to be focused, not overwhelmed, so they can continue doing what they're doing. And I think we're seeing a nice progress, even though we're not in this full-on mode yet, because we're still careful with jumps, probably going to push to close where we want to be during the season next week or towards end of the next week. But right now we're still keeping it safe. But we're happy where we are. Great engagement, a lot of good questions. But we're still trying to feel each other. And that's where we are. So exactly where we want it to be.
What can Supernovas fans kind of expect of the type of volleyball you guys are going to play and the style that you want it to be?
We want to play as simple possible volleyball as it gets. Disciplined and simple. That's all I can hope for and wish for. But to get to the discipline, to the level of discipline we want, and with the discipline, there's a lot of things. There's defensive discipline. There's offensive decision making that has to have a lot of discipline. Attackers making good, sound decisions, that has a lot to do with discipline. and that takes time. But when you play a simple and discipline, and you can do that really well, I think that's an exciting team to watch because no balls go down. We make tough plays look easy. Not such a great volleyball teams, they make easy plays look very tough. And it's like, wow, what an amazing play. But we coaches like, yeah, if she can do this, then this looks much easier. And so that's what we're looking for, being really good in discipline with our systems, be very, very patient when we need to be patient. But when we don't have to be patient, go get it, okay? Make sure we paper cut them to death, make sure we don't give them an inch, and we make them work for every point. That's what we hope for, and it's going to take some time.